All right, my name is Jacob Adams. I'm here with.
Jacob Martinez.
All right, so today we're going to be discussing some ideas. One of the things we want to get into is, as coaches, trainers, we were discussing, we were sending some text, emails to potential clients, and we discussed how some of the client struggles that we see, common client struggles, and we'll discuss those here with you today. The one that I want to talk about first is, I think this is such a intense one. It's diet struggles, okay? One diet struggle is getting in enough calories or not undereating. Undereating is sometimes just as prevalent as overeating. And what's ironic is what sometimes happens is people undereat a day, they undereat for 2 days, which you can say, well, yeah, I didn't lose fat. Yeah, undereating can be a deficit, which does help you lose fat. But then, like on the weekend, some people will overeat to make up for the calories that were not eaten. So, and they'll overeat high calorie foods like Whataburger, number 3 with cheese, like stuffed crust pizza, ice cream. So that's one of the pitfalls that I've seen is undereating and then overeating, and this vicious cycle of like neither being here nor there, and sort of like a chaotic rhythm. That's one.
Yes.
Jacob, do you have any client struggle that you want to address? It could be anything.
I think another one would be a good struggle that I've seen was mental health. Like what that can correlate with diet too. They find like the calorie deficit a little too hard sometimes because you are cutting out carbs, you're cutting out a little bit of your calories from going down in that deficit. And sometimes it is a mental struggle, especially like when I did bodybuilding, it was a real struggle, to go from eating like 3,000 calories a day to now to go down to like 2,100, maybe even like 1,500. That was like the biggest cut.
So you were maintaining at what number?
Like 3,000.
You were 3,000. That's a good number. 3,000 is good.
Yeah.
I sometimes can't get. I often can't get.
Yeah,
3,000.
me neither. It's really hard.
It's honestly, bro. It just feels good, but it also feels kind of bloated.
Yeah, you do too.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, but I think
like your cardio has to be on point, right? To feel good at 3,000.
Yeah, it does.
Am I wrong? Or, you know what I mean?
Yes, but I think the deficit is what gets people a lot too. Like sometimes, yes, like the bulking side of it is hard too, but you're still overeating, but it's not like overeating, but you're eating like good meals, like the good proteins and good carbs. And I think what people struggle with also too is like getting rid of like the bad carbs, like tortillas, breads, and like bad oils too, and fats. I think that's another struggle too. And the mental side of it is like it will affect them and just like make them like, oh my god, this is a struggle and I don't really like it. So that's what I see in my clientele.
The mental stress.
Yes, the stress.
Okay. All right. So we discussed about the under eating and the cycle of overeating on the weekend, and also Jacob brought up the mental health aspect, meaning what I get from it is it can be mentally like a psychological warfare maybe.
Yes.
Where like, hey, I'm not eating enough and therefore it's stressing me, but also I'm messing on my diet. It's also a stress. It's like stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Dieting is stressful. Is that what you're getting at?
Yes, a little bit, yeah.
I'd say that's very true. One of the things that I work on with my clients that are in diets is like a pre-season or a season or an off-season, which is sometimes we don't really talk about that as trainers, or some trainers don't. I didn't always. I learned that because of the psychological variable, because it's so many people they get right into a diet. They're overweight, or they've not been exercising for a while, and they say, okay, now it's time. They're like, that's it, and they get onto a diet, and right away they kind of jump the gun so fast that it's such a stressful shock to the system that sometimes, not all the time, sometimes it's a good idea because it's, hey, something's better than nothing.
Yeah.
But then sometimes they bite off more than they could chew, where it's too intense, too strict, and then they can't maintain it. So, but they get results for, let's say, 2 weeks or a month, and then they rebound because they can't stick to that intensity, and then they're like guilty, like you were saying, or they feel like, why did I let this happen? And then it's a cycle that never ends.
Yeah.
So.
Very good point there too.
Yeah, so that's what I've seen is that one thing I'm doing with my clients as of the last year or so is introducing the concept of cycling diet phases. Like right now, I'm in an off season. You're probably in an off season too.
Yes, right. Well, I'm doing an off season.
Did you plan your off season, or did you just kind of like fuck it? I'm in off season.
I didn't plan it, so I'm not kind of like into the fuck it up. I'm
Yeah,
off season,
yeah. And so that's fine. And then like, but where like I said, this took me a while to be like, okay, but you gotta plan when you're gonna get back on season.
Yes,
And so I'm getting on season in January.
that's kind of like what I'm doing right now too, especially for DECA, the rave I'm attending.
Mhm.
That's my like.
Oh, you're
my,
saying- yeah.
Oh yeah. So like my like.
The other
going
mic
up.
was not charged, so we improvised.
It's all good. But yeah, right now I'm like 2 weeks or 3 weeks right now. I'm 10 weeks out from my, I like to say 10 weeks out for this rave. I'm actually like doing like a little bulking phase right now, and then 3 weeks from now I'm gonna do a little cut phase and try to get shredded for that show. That's like so I'm like off and on season, but that's my motivation right now.
That's at the end of the year.
End of the year, yeah.
So you're doing 4 weeks on bulk, 4 weeks on cut.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
What kind of music is it?
EDM, like dubstep.
Who's gonna be one of the headliners?
Oh, Excision, Subtronics, Sudden Death,
So
Downtown.
and that's hardstyle,
No, this is dubstep.
dubstep, like Skrillex used to be.
Yeah, Skrillex. Yeah.
So is dubstep still hot?
I think it's hot. I think it's the community what it is too. The community brings it back. I think the environment, the people is what brings it good too. Dubstep, like Subtronics, if you see like their visuals too, oof, amazing visuals and like
So
like, the way-
of those, which is the best that you? Excision, Subtronics, and who else?
Dom Dollar, I think, was another one. Sudden Death. I'm trying to think, but those are like the biggest ones. John Summit too is another good one.
What happened to what happened to Skrillex?
I think Skrillex, he's still around, but like he doesn't like
He's-
produce as much.
I think a friend of mine saw him about a year or two ago, like at Lights All Night.
Really now.
He was there a year or two ago.
He's still like I think
I'm thinking
he's
2
still
years
more-
ago,
oh, I
maybe
think-
two. I don't know.
He still produces music, but I think he does it more like remixes.
But he was such a he hit so hard. Why
Yeah,
did he
did.
just disappear?
I think he wanted to like get more people out there, like like.
But
Deadmau5.
why not him?
I think
He's the
'cause-
one.
Yeah, I know, but there's other people out there too, like not just Skrillex. Like I mean, Deadmau5 is there too.
Okay, but Deadmau5 is never been a Skrillex. Have you seen Skrillex live?
No, I haven't.
I saw him live.
Is he good?
He was amazing.
Amazing. Oh, okay. then
No
that-
drugs, nothing. Just wow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't.
I think Excision too is like I think that's another one too, like Excision.
Look, man, here's the thing. We just have to say, like, most people don't know why Skrillex stopped touring as much. You know, we know. He's kind of a
We'll never
legend.
know.
He's almost like a legend.
Yeah. And I think like dubstep back then, Excision was a big one. He still makes music to this day, which is awesome. He's still a legend in the dubstep community. And drugs or not, like even if you see like if you look at his shows, like his lasers and like the visuals that he plays on, whoa, it's sick. It's badass.
Let me see. Like, I did get to see live Axwell from Swedish House Mafia live. That was a light show. I was with him. He was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Tiesto puts on the best light shows. But anyway.
Mm-hmm.
What other topic do we have besides before we get into music?
The workout intensity was another one, and the difficulty.
As far as clients,
Clients, yes.
I think that workout intensity, for me, ironically, is there's different ways to gain intensity. You can say it's weight, adding more weight. You can say it's speed, adding more speed is also a way to get intense. And my favorite way of getting it is to be very mindful of time under tension. To me, that's one of the best ways to get intensity because it really activates the muscle tissue
Yes.
and helps the body create heat and actually produces good results for the muscle
Mhm.
while minimizing injury.
Yeah, it does.
So that's one of my ways to improve intensity. What was a tip? What might be a tip that you give for that?
For the intensity wise,
Yeah, like
I would say.
So what would you tell a client that wants to
Like-
improve intensity?
Intensity, of course, go a little heavy and then go slightly above, like what you normally do. Like let's say like you do like what 315 for squat, right?
Mhm.
And if they're trying to go for that 325, maybe try to do like 5 pounds less at least, and then see where they're at. Try it for one, and then take a good like 1 minute break or like a minute and a half, at least a good rest. Because I feel like rest is a very important thing that people don't do it too. Like they're just like, oh, I just get back into it.
To the set.
To the set, yeah. That's what I think too. That's another thing. Like
What do you recommend for like, let's say, what rest periods do you like to?
I like to do like 45 seconds to a minute rest.
That's fast.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see anyone getting faster than that. Like say 30 seconds.
No, yeah, that's too fast.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
that's fast.
Like, let's say someone goes 20-second break. It's like, that's not very heavy, I'm sure.
Yeah, no.
To get a good quality set.
Mm-hmm.
You said 60 seconds?
60 seconds, yes.
60 seconds is pretty much like a fat burning range, I think. But if
Yeah.
you're not gonna go 315 on a squat.
Oh, no,
For a
yeah.
1 minute break and
Oh,
go
no,
back
no,
in.
no.
You can't, like, if you're a beast.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
like
we're
if you're
gonna
just
say
like
it.
your aerobic capacity and strength is to the roof, and you're just a beast. And
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, bro, I just need a minute.
Yeah, we're doing
315 for 10. Well, just give me 1 minute, 60 seconds, and I'll do another set of 10.
Mhm.
Okay, 1 minute. So, yeah. Is all I need? Yeah, just another minute.
a minute, yeah.
It's like, bro, you're pretty fucking fit.
Yeah,
Can you
at that
imagine the
point.
person that could do that?
Probably not.
Like that's like a strong man.
That's a strongman like thing.
That's like lightweight to them.
Okay, well we'll use 135 then. We'll use 135 as a.
No, I just.
Oh
I
yeah,
just-
okay.
Well, okay. So 1 minute. You like 1 minute. So
A minute 30 sometimes.
so let's
too.
say, what do you do that on an incline?
For what?
Like the minute and a half break?
I do, yeah. Sometimes every once in a while.
And so what weight are you training with to get a minute and a half break?
Like if I'm gonna do it like at that level, it's like say like my heavy load. It's like it'll be like at least like 285 and above. That's when I get like myself like more time, like a little bit more time.
Which is
like,
how much?
What do you mean, like the time?
Uh-huh.
Time wise, like so, like if I'm doing like a regular set, like let's say if I'm doing like a deload week or like a smaller, like I guess not like heavy load,
Mhm.
I would give myself like 45 seconds at least the most for like 135, 225, and then from there like I think like 255 and below, I give myself like less time, so I want to like just go for
How many sets? I mean, how many reps are you doing?
10, depending like how I feel. If I
So you'll do 225
Mhm.
on an incline.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's say squat.
No, I was talking about incline.
Oh, incline.
Bench press.
Oh, I can't even do that.
Yeah, so I was like, damn, that's pretty fucking
no, I was
fast.
like squats.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty fast,
No.
bro. Yeah, that's a pretty fast. And you're like, yeah, just 45 seconds, and I'll do 285 on an incline. I'm like, and just 45 seconds. Like,
Yeah, no.
those are some pretty.
No, I can't do that.
That's pretty impressive
No,
numbers,
no,
bro.
I can't. No. 225 on incline. That's impressive.
Okay. So, wanted to do a small podcast style conversation. There'll be more coming. Any other topics you want to talk about before we go?
I feel like another thing people like would struggle with too. I think it's time management. Time management is a really big thing that people like schedules, like people getting out of work or like they just don't have they don't have like the time to like come into the gym or like they have family struggles going on, school. Like you just gotta just find the perfect time and they can work with us. Like for me, I'm available all morning. I can come in the morning and just try to get that workout in for you. And, just do my best and get you to your goal and everything too.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Time management, yeah, it's a thing, man. Yeah, everybody struggles with these things like dieting, time management, intensity, and at the end of the day, it's like what really gets people to get results is that big commitment within your heart, and like a true, like just line in the sand. Said, look, nothing's gonna stop me. I really mean it. And it's tough because I think once you make those kind of commitments, here comes the trials, here comes family members trying to like dismiss it,
Ooh, that's another
challenge you, downplay it, your own self downplay it, dismiss it. So to really build like a committed program
Mm-hmm.
and stick to something, it requires something special within you.
Yeah.
And that's the truth I've seen.
I got one more actually. So going back to the mental side, I think it's the negativity too. Like they think so negative. Or people like when they're like, oh my god, I'm not seeing results. Like it's not. There's no magic pill out there to get like that results fast. Like I would say, like just give it time, follow your diet, follow the routine, do your cardio, and you'll see the results that you want to get. I think that's what people also struggle with, is like being so negative about the workout,
Yeah.
and having the mindset, like having a negative.
Especially if they start out a little bit overweight, they want it
Yeah.
faster. Like, I want to get rid of this fat now. It's like, dude, like, you're not gonna get rid of it super
Yeah, no,
fast.
it takes a long time.
If it took 15, 20 years to get there, or 10 years, or 5 years, like,
Mhm.
hey, man, you got like a year or two
Yeah.
to like really change how your body is and let go
Yeah.
of like the damage. It's hard, man.
Mhm.
But I'm Jacob, and this is also Jacob.
My name is Jacob Martinez, and becoming Jacob too.
And I'm Jacob Adams, and we're going to be signing off. We'll make another one of these podcast videos, and thanks for watching. We'll send out this video with some of the texts that we're sending out, and peace. Bye for now. Okay.
Ooh. Love that energy.
It's